Hello. How would you like to start making sales 48 hours after first generating a lead? 48 hours. That's what we're going to show you how to do tonight. How do you put together a process, put together a system that will truly open up the floodgates, allow you to close sales within 48 hours, high ticket sales, not these little piddly things, not, $47 or $300 or $1,000. We're talking high ticket because Todd and I do this all the time. And we actually teach our clients how to do this because there is something to be said about the power of momentum. So we're going to dive into that, how to effectively do this today. So as you jump on, say howdy, let me know where you're at. It's Leah Ray with Digital Trailblazer. We are exclusively in our group, and that's where we get all of the show all the love and do all the fun stuff in the group. We love our group community, but we also have this headed to YouTube and some other places as well. So as you jump on, say hi. Let me know where you're at. And we will get this party started. So I would love, whether you're live or on the replay, let me know, but I would love to know what is the average length, if you will, but that you see for people who are first engaging with you to when they actually purchase. Is that 2 weeks? Is that several months? Is that a couple of days? Like, what is that timeline? Because we're going to talk tonight about how to tighten that up. Okay, because there is like speed creates momentum and it just carries you forward and you're able to build a lot faster and to reach a lot more people and to build overall momentum. Okay, so that's what we're going to dive into today, how to really effectively do that. And we got some free stuff for you. If you haven't grabbed our Trello board, this is a beautiful board that I created myself that really lays out our exact process, how to get to high ticket clients, get your entire process set up within 7 days. So it's going to be massively helpful. So type in Trello if you want that free Trello board. And if you at any time tonight feel like you could use a little help with any of this stuff, we can totally chat and see how we can help you. Just type in info. We'll do that. Okay. So let's dive in. How do you actually set this up to create real momentum, to actually generate a lead and close them into a high ticket sale within 48 hours? We've done it, I think within 24, 30 hours, but definitely 48 regularly. And Lillian, good. Matt will follow up and we'll get you that Trello board. It is an awesome board. Okay, so a problem that we've seen, and honestly, this came from our group, right? So our group, we take kind of requests, if you will, when you're joining the group on what you want us to cover. And so this request was from y'all, the digital trailblazers in the group. So this is how to speed this up, how to shorten this time frame, because there is a very common slow and painful death. Now, have we sold to someone who's followed us for months or years before making a purchase? Yes. Is that our norm? No. I love it when they come through. And when they come through, they're usually really awesome sales calls and amazing clients and everything else. But the reality is that the vast majority of our sales are really short, bing, bang, boom, right? And so if you're not getting the bing, bang, boom, you're missing out on all of those. And a lot of your leads that you're generating are slowly dying before you get them to take out a credit card and make a purchasing decision. So we need to know first. Greetings from New Mexico. Awesome, Brad. Well, greetings from Southwest Florida. I hope it is. I would hope maybe a little cooler, but it's probably not. You guys are probably still pretty hot too. We're pretty hot here still. It's still nice and humid and all that good stuff where your glasses fog up going outside. So hopefully at least you don't have that part, at least with the heat. So I'm kind of curious what you're doing now, and then we'll talk about how to tighten this up and shorten the time frame. I would guess that a lot of people, hey, Alicia, welcome. I would guess that a lot of people have sort of this kind of process where they're connecting with someone in DM, in Messenger, they're working to build a rapport, and then they directly invite to a call right away. The vast majority of people that you're messaging are not going to be jumping on a sales call with you right away. That's just the reality of it. They're not like someone pitches me in Facebook Messenger, you're probably all like me. You're like, no thanks, right? Like maybe we can be friends. And so you continue to nurture them for a long time, right? Building these relationships over weeks or months. And eventually that lead is totally cool. They have no idea who you are, what you're about, or they're just no longer seeing you as a coach who can really help them and someone they're interested in working with. Like you had their attention at the beginning, maybe, but it just kind of died out. That is very, very, very common. So let's kind of break this down into a few different steps here. I got 3 steps in how to really tighten this up and to have more speed to sale. Okay. So speed to sale. The first is truly the fastest way to make a really good connection with a lead I'm going to explain a conversation. And I don't mean a sales call, but truly connecting with someone is the fastest way to do this. Now, how do you do this if they're not willing to jump on a call? Because if you're messaging people on Facebook, that's a really stupid answer. And you're like, Leah, did you really just tell me how to do this? Because obviously that's what I'm trying to do. No, what I'm talking is a little bit different. This isn't those sorts of conversations. This is calling. One option would be calling your leads. So you have someone that opted in for a lead magnet. You're offering a freebie through a post or even through someone you've messaged with. And on your, what we call a landing page or a capture page, that's a page where people fill out their name and email. You should make sure that you're adding phone number there. And in phone number, when they give you their phone number, you can call them. You can text first. If you're a texter first, that's fine. But the goal is to actually call them and have a conversation. Hey, this is Leah Ray with Digital Trailblazer. I saw you just grabbed our free Trello board, wanted to touch base, make sure you were able to access it all right, and see if there's anything else that I can send your way for free, or if there's other ways I can help you out. I'm not pitching, not selling, not whatever, like just starting a conversation, calling your leads, having an actual conversation with a human being. Just cut that time frame of months to hours potentially, right? Way, way, way shorter. So calling your leads is one way to have those initial first conversations. The second is honestly in networking meetings. And I've done this in traditional networking meetings. I've also done this in non-traditional ones, like where it wasn't like a networking meeting where people, it's the same set time, quarterly or monthly or weekly or whatever, and you go. I've actually done this in networking meetings with like speakers at an event where I was speaking at an event, they were speaking at an event. We had very different topics, but they were someone that we could help. We connected really well on that networking call and set up a time to have that other conversation, right? Really quickly, like the next day. So networking meetings can really do this as well, because you're having a conversation. Whenever you can converse with someone, you're shortening this curve. I've also done this. I'll be totally honest. I've done this on podcast interviews where I was a guest on a podcast. Someone asked me to be on their podcast, or I applied, or I think I was matched with something to be on someone's podcast. I jumped on the podcast and I gave some really, really good stuff, which is key. Okay. That's step number 1. If you're going to do this on a podcast, the value that you're giving in the podcast has to really highlight your expertise and make you look amazing. And then afterwards, we started just talking about what he was doing. Because I think the course on the podcast, we were talking about selling, or I was talking about how to sell courses or how to launch a course or whatever. And then as we finished the recording, then he's like, I've got a course and I've struggled with it. And then I just started giving him advice. I was just talking, kind of giving free coaching, if you will. Right. And through that conversation, guess what? He was interested in exploring how to really work with us. I gave him some free advice, some free coaching, if you will. And then I asked if he wanted to, this is definitely something we can help you with. This is what this would look like. Or, this is something that we could help you with. We could have a separate conversation to really explore what it's like to get our help with this. Right. And so that conversation, as a guest of someone's podcast, I have booked sales calls for the next day with the host. of the podcast. So that was kind of cool. I don't know. I'm curious if anyone here has done that, but so creative ways to have those initial conversations. The faster, now you don't have to do it this way, but truly that's the way to shorten this up as quickly as possible to get this down to 24 hours, maybe a bit more. And we've done it in our business time and time and time again. And we help our clients to do this time and time and time again. So having those conversations, if you have, are you doing those three things? First, number one, drop a yes or a no. Okay. Are you calling your leads, like getting phone numbers and dialing them? Are you attending networking meetings or opportunities? Are you having conversations with people after a podcast, right? With the podcast host? That might be a good opportunity, right? If they're a potential client for you. Okay. So let me know if you're currently using any of those. They're not the only ways to do this, but I want you to think creatively about how you can have an open conversation with someone where they're not feeling like they're jumping into a sales funnel by talking to you. They're just having a conversation. That's the goal. Okay. The more you can do that, the faster this is going to be, the faster it's going to pick up. Now, the second piece is really, really, really where we shine at Digital Trailblazer. And that's about building out different touch points. Because you need, I think they used to say 7 to 12 touch points before someone makes a purchasing decision. I've recently heard that that's going up drastically to like way, way higher, like 40, right? So many, many, many more touch points. However, you can still keep that in a really short time frame. So let's say you had someone, you had made a post in one of the groups that you can post, hey, I've got this free resource, comment me and I'll send it over. So they comment, okay? You message them and give them the link to the call prep PDF or the freebie, your lead magnet, right? So that's first contact is in Messenger and through your post. Second contact then is when they actually get your PDF in their email. Third contact is you texted them. Fourth contact is you gave them a call right after you texted and had a real conversation. Now, a phone call, like a conversation, is like several touch points in one. It's the most powerful way to do this. But even beyond that, now when they're going through the content, maybe the content links out to a video. That video serves as another touch point, right? So there's all of these different individual touch points. Touch points is not a word. Points. There you go. So making sure that you're giving them plenty of content and plenty of touch points, and don't spread this out. You want to condense this in as short a time as possible to build that momentum. Okay. Create momentum with what you're doing. So yes, we're talking email, but we're also talking text messages. We're talking about phone calls. We're talking about content. Even like when we have someone we connect with, we're going to send them to our Facebook group. The guides section of our Facebook group is amazing content. Like, especially for someone who's just getting started, if they're just looking to put together their offer and how to launch and how to generate leads, like go through the guide section within our Facebook group. It is amazing. Like you learn so much and actually, be able to take actionable steps afterwards. So I've got like 7 guides with 7 videos. Guess what? That's 7 touch points when someone goes through that. Awesome, huh? So make sure you build out all these different individual pieces. If you don't know how to create some of the automations, how to set up text message automations, how to make it authentic and conversational and not like spammy when you're reaching out to people, that's definitely something that we can help you out with. That's our jam, how to do this the right way and in a way that really resonates with your people. So you can just comment info, let's chat and see how we can help you out with this. But that's number 2, the touch points and automations, getting those really dialed in and condense them. Okay. Now, on top of this, how many times, and you can drop a little emoji hand if you've experienced this. How many times have you been on a sales call with someone and the person is likes what you have to say, they're interested, but they're like, I just, I'm not kind of ready to make a decision. I need to go look at more. I need to kind of explore you a little bit more, look at more of your content. do my research, right? I need to do my research, right? Have you ever had that on a sales call? Drop an emoji, drop a hand or whatever. It's been many, many years for me, but I've definitely experienced that as well. It is very common. So when you've talked with someone, you've made some connections, you've got some touch bases, some automations going out, or touch points and automations, and they're actually interested in having a conversation about getting your help, actually working with you, actually purchasing your program or your course. Then going into that sales call, what are they doing? Are they just showing up there and then your entire, like, on the call, you have to, get all of the discovery part, like really understanding their situation, plus educate and sell them on the methods that you use, plus then sell them on the offer itself and close them in that offer. That is a lot to handle in a sales call. Imagine if you had resources that you had someone go to, you book a sales call with them and they immediately get information that they must go through before the sales call. And that information just happens to, like, sell them on your methodology and how you work with people. Wouldn't that be helpful? Right? It's another touch point. It's another way to build the know, like, and trust factor. It's another way. A lot of heavy kidding. I don't know what heavy kidding is. Heavy hitting? Maybe. I don't know. Sorry, Lillian, if I don't get it, or if it's just a typo, let me know. But if you have content that they must go through ahead of time, this should be really well scripted videos that really hit on your heavy lifting. Yes, there we go. That makes sense. So yes, the heavy lifting, the selling, you can do most of the selling before the call with all of that other content, that once they book the call, they have to go through this content and then jump on the call. Pretty cool, right? So then by the time you get on the call, it's really you want to do the good discovery part, understand their situation, make sure that you can truly really help them and serve them, and then walk them through what it's like to start working with you, and then collect a decision. That's it. Super simple. I don't have to sell on my sales calls. Like, everything I do is selling in a way, right? But I'm not selling what we do. I'm not selling our methodology. Like, all of that's done ahead of time because we've got all of that stuff. And I don't ever get that, well, I need to do a little bit more research about you, right? Or I want to look around a little bit more. I don't get that on a sales call because I've given them all the information ahead of time. They've had that. It brought them closer to us. It built more excitement, built the know, like, and trust factor, and gave them what they needed to be able to make a purchasing decision on that sales call. If you implement all of these things the right way, you can literally go from generating a lead to closing a $5,000, $10,000 product in 24 to 48 hours. Dang. Yeah, I've never had that. Yeah, Lillian, it's super helpful. I highly, this is what we work with people on. So if you need help with how to put these different pieces together, we can totally help you with that. Just type in info. We'll set up a time to chat. But this is, if some light bulbs happened for you today, put in a little light bulb emoji, or if you're not an emoji person, do type it out, right? Like a light bulb, like Despicable Me, right? We just were at Universal last weekend and with the kids, and we went through the whole Minion thing. So I'm definitely it's not easily accessible in my mind at this point. So yes, share with me which of these you have already in place, which of these you need to build out or you need to adjust and shorten the time frame. Let me know. I can definitely give you some tips and advice. And yeah, if you haven't grabbed the Trello board, make sure you do so. Type in Trello. If you're on YouTube, you can't really comment with links too well, I think, on YouTube. So the links are directly in the YouTube description. So you can click on the description and grab the Trello board directly there. Everyone else, we make you comment. Why? Because we make you engage. If you've not picked this up, here's a hack. or a tip, if you will, for your content. Make people comment. The more you comment, and that's a really good thing too. If you like someone's content and you want to help them out, like reciprocate a little bit, comment, multiple comments. Like just take notes in the comment as they're teaching or when you're learning from them. Instead of writing notes, typing notes with your thumbs or on the keyboard and putting them in the comments. Because every time you can comment on someone's post or on their live stream, you're helping them out. You're giving them some reciprocity here. You're thanking them in a way, because now the algorithm's like, hey, that's some good content. People actually like it. Cool. Let me share it to some more people. And then more people get that content. So it's always a good idea. If you appreciate someone's content, do some comments, like, love, heart, all that good stuff. And then when you are producing content, the same thing. Get them to like, love, heart, react, comment, all the good stuff, right? So don't, especially on Facebook, don't ever drop links on Facebook. Have them comment for the links, because they can actually harm. The algorithm doesn't like links in the post itself or in the description. Okay. So make sure you do that. All right. So I don't know. Okay. If anyone can tell me, knows how to change the pinned post, that tends to happen. Facebook keeps overwriting my pinned post that I put for the thing and put something else, which drives me nuts. I don't know why they do that. All right. Ooh, light bulb. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate you playing along. All right. So every Monday, guys, I'm here to train you, here to help you. If you are in the Facebook group, we actually take requests. So if there's something you need to learn about, if it's a specific type of content, if it's a specific type of funnel, if it's ads or copywriting or anything related to creating and selling and scaling your offers, you can throw it in the group. You can just comment on this post, on this thread or this video, let me know. And then that can be next Mondays, because I'll be back 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific time every single Monday. Grab your Trello board, type in Trello. And if you you're sick and tired of trying to struggle and put this together all on your own, and you just want some forward progress, just type in info. We will chat and see how we can help you out. All right. Have a blessed night, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.